I got a question for you. What's the #1 television show in the whole wide world? The Running Man! Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's The Running Man. I can't remember what the network is called. It's late, and I'm feeling a little bit loopy right now, and I wanted to give Stephen King some love, because I've been hating on the dude so much, and I just wanted to say, like, this movie here, starring Arnold Schwartzenegger, from, I believe it was 1987? 1987. Okay? What was that? Was that WrestleMania 3? Was that the year of WrestleMania 3? I think so. Anywho, we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger as Ben Richards. Let me read the back. So this is a future dystopian movie. It's based on a Richard Bachman book. Of course, you didn't know. Richard Bachman is Stephen King's alter ego. I've never read this book. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to read this book. But I really like this film. This was a film when I was like, you know, in my youth. Okay, and I watched this like all the time. Me and my little brother watched this movie. We had it on VHS tape. We wore the tape out. Yeah, it was brutal. So the year, I'll read the back of it for you. Okay, the year is 2019. Yeah, we're past that. Television is now ruling people's lives. Yeah, that's an accurate prediction. The most popular audience participation game show is The Running Man, where convicts can win pardons instead of parting gifts by defeating murderous henchmen known as stalkers. The stalkers haven't had much of a challenge lately until Ben Richards, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, comes along. So I've got this on DVD. This is the special edition. It has the widescreen, okay, and then the full screen. I don't have it on Blu-ray, never upgraded. This is fine. These artisan DVDs are really good. There's a lot of really awesome extra features on here. Let's see. We've got it, actually, there's a really cool DVD special on here. This is called Lockdown on Main Street, documentary about the current state of privacy and criminal issues in a post-9/11 society. And then Game Theory, which is a documentary, an inside look at reality TV programming and its cultural impact on society. But we don't want to talk about the documentaries. We want to talk about this movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger has some crazy one-liners. So he's at the beginning of the movie. He works for, I can't remember what he is. He's like a security guy. Well, he's like a police guy, right? There's a food riot that's in progress. I think it's Los Angeles. And he refuses to open fire. He receives a fire, you know, open fire. And he says, the crowd is unarmed. And like, open fire. And he's like, I won't open fire. They're just hungry people, for God's sakes. And anyways, they take over. They knock him out, and then they slaughter everybody in the crowd, and it's called the Bakersfield Massacre. So Ben Richards, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, becomes the Butcher of Bakersfield. And he breaks out of prison. They have like these collars on that if you run past the security perimeter and it's not deactivated, like the collar blows up and your head explodes. So we get to see this happen to a guy where his melon just goes boof, like Gallagher hit it with the sledgehammer. You know, it's pretty gnarly. But Schwarzenegger's partners here, he's got two guys that team up with him. One of them is Yaphet Kotto. Yaphet Kotto, I know from, you know him as the villain from the James Bond film Live and Let Die. And he was also one of the spaceship truckers in Alien from 1979. But we also have the beautiful Maria Conchito Alonso in this film. But I think the coup de grace is Richard Dawson from Family Feud way back in the day. He's great. He plays a character named Killian, and he's very hateable. One of the key sequences in the movie is when they see Ben Richards breaking out of prison, and he sees him on the television. He says he wants to get Ben Richards on this game show. They say, you know, you can't have him. He's a political prisoner. Like, we don't have access to him. So, want to bet? And he picks up the phone, and I think he calls, who did he say? Get me the, I can't remember, the Secretary of State, I think is who he asked for. Anyways, they get Ben Richards on the show. They manipulate, they capture him, they get him on, and he has to fight these stalkers. So it's basically like the old show American Gladiators, except it's a death sport. And Ben Richards, you know, he's fighting for his life here. He fights a guy named Buzzsaw. He fights a guy named Dynamo. He fights Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero! Now! Just plain Zero! It's a great... It's super violent. Probably... I shouldn't probably like it as much as I do, considering that it's as violent as it is, but I don't know, this movie, just the one-liners, it's Arnold at like the peak of his Arnold celebrity, the Running Man. You know, Stephen King, all I can say is he made the movie adaptation. Some of his movies are good. I have no interest in reading the book. I've heard they're going to remake the book into a movie. They're going to adapt it again. But, like, why would you want to? This is 80s, like, cheesy B-movie glorious. You got Jesse the Body Ventura. You know, he's in here. Captain Freedom's Workout. No pain, no gain. And Arnold dropping all his crazy one-liners. You know, Killian, I'll be back. Only in a rerun, so check out The Running Man. I think you'll like it.